Hello and welcome to the Girls High School State Championships. Right now we have Franklin playing Roosevelt in the first semifinal game. My name is Mira.
Hey, welcome to Dis Northwest Friday Night Replay. I'm honored to be joined this evening by Abby Hecko and Amy Nguyen, two players that played in this game we're about to watch. Honestly, one of the best games I've ever had the privilege to witness. Yeah, you all are in for a treat. Abby and Amy, both teammates now at UW. And Abby, where else were you teammates?
We played YCC together for Seattle Bankroll for a few years, which best YCC team I've ever played on. It was amazing. And then we also played Worlds together in 2018. It was in Waterloo, but it was still like super fun. I really liked it.
Amy, was that it was after this, right? You got to, that was that the following summer after
Yeah,
this game?
yeah.
Sweet.
So we played YCP together
Awesome.
the month after, 2 months after this, and then went to Worlds together. It was a really good
Fantastic.
experience.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Amy, what do you remember about this game?
Um, I remember us being on edge a lot, but the fact that we were on a roll, we were breaking a lot, and I can just remember all of us really happy and trying not to get too much into our heads because we knew Roosevelt was a good team, so that so they could catch up, and yeah.
And Abby, do you remember how you felt going into this game?
Yeah, I remember during the regular season and during like the SPS like finals, we played Franklin a lot, and every single time it was like a really close game, but we were undefeated this season. And so, like, coming into this game, we hadn't lost. Oh, there's a turnover from us, but we hadn't lost to Franklin the whole season. So I feel like a few of us on our team were like we can win a third time. Why not? But it turned out to be like a really big battle. That's why this game's so fun. I feel like both teams came in with like a lot of fire. So
Franklin, I think, was the defending state champion coming in, so they had some
yeah.
experience. Let's watch a replay here. What happens? Oh, just a
Just a
quick
little
bobble.
bobble.
Little dropsy doozer.
My favorite
Nice.
receiver.
Nice throw, Amy. Drea goes on a
This is
roll right here.
to is that Nika?
To
Yeah, it's Nika.
That's Nika. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
So yeah, like let's talk about the roles you played on the team. Abby, what was your like? What was your role on this team, and who like who did you look for? Who did you have the good connections with?
Yeah, I was a handler. Right here you can see Stephanie and I were kind of holding down the backfield. We had a lot of like really steady, consistent people. So Ada Wright, she goes to Carleton right now. Stephanie plays at UW with us. Bailey goes to Boulder. All of us were super consistent. We held down the backfield, and then for our cutters, it was also just a lot of people. I feel like none of us got super nervous. None of us made a ton of mistakes, but like Anna Gaddu, Aria Kishner, Tori Gray, we just had a lot of athleticism downfield.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. And so yeah, let's look at the numbers. They're a little harder to see. Uh,
Mm.
that's that's Abby with the
We
disc.
had PX,
Yeah.
yeah, and we had PX, Glee, Kennedy, and Victoria on the front wall of our toolbox. Kind of junky that we really love to play. If everybody watched like previous games, it's our go-to zone. um, yeah, it's where you have a like two-person cup, and then you have two wings on the side, and trying to just keep the disc moving from side to side. Yeah,
Ooh, that
Stephanie
was
is
fun.
so calm.
yeah,
Stephanie's number
that's
26. She is basically like this entire game. I've seen it like quite a few times, and she's the only person at the beginning of this game who can break your guys' zone. It's so good.
And so
Yeah, and she's
you'll see later on in the game that I'm pretty sure my coaches told me to, oh, there's Nico with the D. God, super underrated player, everybody. But later on in the game, you'll end up seeing us playing person on just Stephanie, and then our zone stays the same because we wanted to keep the disc out of Steph's hands.
did it work?
It, I think it did work for a little bit, but Stephanie
And
told.
she's a current teammate for you now too. She's
Yeah.
at UW. So
Yeah.
little quick
We all play
turnover.
online together.
That's sweet. And another player on the world's team. I think throughout this game, I was actually doing the commentary for this game. I think throughout this game, I called Ada right, Ada Bowles. I think.
Really?
I
Yeah, which
remember
I
that.
apologize now. Ada, I do know who you are. She's blowing up she's just killing it at Carleton. So, my bad.
PX. There's Hazel
Hazel, another one
pointing
of your world teammates.
to,
I think
yeah,
Drea
Drea.
again. That's 2 breaks.
Def-
2 hucks to Drea. Nice.
Drea was definitely our favorite receiver during this game.
Oh,
There's Nika
great D by
again.
Nika.
So good.
PX
This
finds
should
Hazel.
be
Oh,
this should be
that's such a
Nika's senior season, along with Dion.
Yeah, I see Dion.
yeah.
Isn't and Nika.
Nika, that's Nika, Drea, Dion, PX, Giselle, Hazel, and Kennedy.
Do you remember this at all, Abby? Like you're 2 down. Had you even like not had the lead in a game all season? Do you remember?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure how we did for like I'm pretty sure I mean at some point we must have had to be down in the season. But I just remember right now I was like, "Oh my gosh, are we actually just choking right now?" I feel like all of our turnovers, you just saw one. Like I feel like all of our turnovers were just so like just the smallest execution errors, and I just remember like at this point I was like we are going to be down 3 breaks right now in the state final, and like how are we gonna recover? So that's how I felt.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah,
oh,
and
Bailey
whoa.
Bailey just
somehow came down with
somehow
it.
comes down.
Bailey Shigley, number 11, the best
Right here,
number.
just hey.
Oh
And
yeah, you're
Bailey
number 11
Shigley with
too,
the
right?
score.
yeah, who was that? Was that Bailey with the score?
Yeah, that was me to Bailey.
PX. With a round to
Oh
Drea.
no. Here we go.
Nice.
Such quick movement,
Yeah.
especially between the 3 of you. Like you, Steph, and Bailey was just so hard to stop your give and goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you all had played together and against each other starting when? Do you remember the first time you played each other? Abby?
Yes. um Amy Amy went to Aki and I went to Eckstein, and in middle school I remember we would play Aki and you all would have a 3-person cup made out of your girls. And you guys were just like unstoppable. So I remember just at the very beginning when I started playing frisbee, Amy's been there the whole time. So
Do you have any memories of Aki Ultimate, Amy?
Definitely, if I didn't have the experience I had in middle school, I wouldn't be playing frisbee right now. So thanks to Kaiser for giving me like the best 3 years of like beginning my frisbee career. Yeah, it was really fun. I think just it was just we were such a family, and yeah, our bonds were just really great, and it was a really good experience.
That's awesome. So, who were your coaches, Abby? Who were the coaches for Roosevelt this
We
season?
had Charlie Idy, who is on Riot, Lexi Garrity, who's on Mixtape, and then Khalif Al Salam, who also plays Mixtape. Um, I remember like Charlie and Lexi had been coaching the program for a really long time, and then Khalif just joined this season, and they all brought like super unique different things, but then I feel like having all three of them really helped us out. I feel like this was like the first year where we did super well, and I think it was because each of them brought something
Ooh.
super different. So.
That
Anna
was a
pulling the line.
and yeah, that was like the Anna special, just like finding the space that yeah, she spends a lot of the game doing that. Who did you who did you have matched up with Anna? She's just such a dominant receiver. Do you remember?
And
Nobody there, honestly. But
I feel like most of the time we would try and have Mika on Anna, or we would have Hazel on Anna.
ooh, that's a fun matchup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We loved watching the Mika and Anna matchup.
Yeah.
it's so good.
Ugh.
Oh no.
I
Oh
feel
no.
like the season I feel like Nika was not going to Nika almost didn't come back. Like she was supposed to move, I think,
Mhm.
before the season, and so she kind of came back unexpectedly because she was supposed to move to Tacoma or something. If I remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Anna's point.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anna's getting it every other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's that with the disc
Look
there?
at that. That was Carolyn.
Nice.
Ada Wright with it.
we're still in our zone.
That's okay. I actually had a question about that.
Oh,
Do you did you all ever like switch to person or did you play zone all
Yeah,
the way down?
no, usually we would call fire, but I think just
Okay.
it would be the thing of who's gonna call it. But
Okay.
it should have been
Yeah, that's
anybody, you
true.
know.
yeah. Look at Anna. Anna's up at UBC now, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you have a chance to play against their team this season yet, or was that supposed to come?
We
Was that
haven't.
supposed to happen at Northwest Challenge?
Yeah, I think Northwest Challenge is where we would see them first.
Yeah,
We
we
end up on
like
different sides of the bracket at
yeah,
Stanford.
exactly.
Amy, who were your coaches this season?
We had Hannah Kawhi, who plays for Riot. Sam Harkness, who played for Sockeye and played for Cascade. And then Lisa Neiman, I believe, played for Riot at some point in Underground, I think. And then my senior year was when Lisa kind of did more of the behind the scenes work with like scheduling games and stuff like that. Yeah,
Is that Kennedy? Oh yeah.
yeah.
Shout out to Kennedy.
Amy, this throw Amy's
Oh,
throw is
Oh,
bro,
awesome. It's a break side hook. Look at
that
this.
throw to
This is
Nika was
insane.
not it though.
Look at that. That's break side. My goodness.
Kennedy was one of my really like one of my favorite receivers too. I I would just know if I put it out far enough, Kennedy would just run onto it.
that's awesome.
Oh, Hazel.
Amy, you were running so fast.
Was that me? Oh, that was me.
That was you.
That's yeah. That was definitely you. You're the first one down there. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, Nika with
Nika
another
Nice.
again.
D.
Nika's like third D of the game.
Mhm.
Nika's a great basketball player too.
Really?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was like the starting point guard as a freshman on the Franklin team, varsity team.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know if she plays anymore,
So
but
like, I hate
Oh,
watching myself play in like these
what?
high school games because I just get so close to the handler as the dump, and then I just like,
Yeah.
what are you do? What are you doing?
I kind of like watching these because I don't know, like I feel like if you watch this and then you watch like us now, you can like see how much better we've gotten, which I think
Mhm.
is really awesome.
Yeah. But that's my main. That was my main thing to do when Steph had the disc was to just jump with my hands high enough so that she wouldn't throw over us because Steph loves to throw over
Yeah,
the cup.
she does.
The way she moves the downfield defenders with her pump fakes is just like
Mhm.
it's just textbook.
Abby's fake too.
They're pretty
Oh,
aggressive.
I like Abby.
That
You're
is
just
an
kind of like,
awesome shot.
wow, what a find.
Ugh.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about. Our execution errors, just the littlest ones. That's okay.
I don't. Why did I need to call a timeout right there? I feel
I don't
like
know. Let's
I would
see.
always
Let's see
call
why.
timeouts at just the weirdest places.
oh.
Oh my. Stephanie's telling us all to calm down.
See, I feel like wait, are we still not in person? Are we in person? We're.
Yeah, you're still in, now it looks more
Mm,
yeah, now it's person.
I don't. Oh yeah.
looks like he just transitioned. Yeah. Ooh, that's a nice find.
Oh, I know what happens at this point too. I'm not gonna watch.
I
Wow.
trust Stephanie Phillips
You
so
really do.
much.
When you threw that, I was like, I looked at who threw it, and I was like, of course.
I know. She falls over, but I'm still committed to it.
Yeah, like that has to be the fairest stall count in Ultimate history. That was like a full 10 seconds. That never happens.
Yeah.
Usually there's a stall, like you get to 7, someone's calling stall because they're already
Yeah.
at 10. That was great. Good patience. Amy, who are some unsung heroes on this team?
I would say Dion is one of them because I feel like Dion was always whenever PX wasn't next to me, then Dion would be there, and I would trust Dion whenever she had the disc in her hands. I feel like another person is Glige as a handler, and sometimes she'd be downfield, and she would just know where to go, even if someone who wouldn't throw it to her, she would be at the right places. I have to keep watching to see more.
Yeah, sorry. That
It's
was a
hard
that was
to
a quick
remember.
turn. Way to pounce on
Mm.
that. Abby, who are your like who's the secret glue, the secret best player?
Oh,
I
Ooh.
would say Ada Wright this season became like the backbone of our team. I feel like she really kind of came out of her shell and became like she worked really hard her senior season to get better and it really paid off. And I think like especially in this game, she's number 29 in this game and you can just see like how calm and confident she is with the disc. But I would say she definitely was one of our best players and she's one that I feel like doesn't get a lot of praise often. So,
quick to break our cup.
it's
Wow.
okay.
Oh. um yeah, Ada's one of those players that whenever I've seen Carlton Syzygy play, she's just kind of like playing that same role at an even higher level, just like getting the disc every other, making the right choice over and over again. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
She's a great addition. And again, she's on Syzygy, so doesn't get a lot of shout outs, but
Yeah.
she's she's really good.
I feel like it's in college. It's so much harder to like get to be noticed.
Yeah. There are just so many big names.
Oh, Hazel, nice play.
This
Giselle
is an
really
awesome
sneaked in there
catch
to
by
get that one. I
Giselle.
was like, oh my god. When she
That
caught it,
was
I was
Mm.
like,
such a good
yes.
read. Every time I watch this, I'm always like, how did she do it?
We have a question
I
from
feel like
Benjamin Hecko.
Oh, it's my brother. What's up?
You ever heard of him? He's asking if you know if Anna is fully recovered from her back injury she got last season.
Oh
that's
yeah. Yeah. Anna was on our YCC team this summer, but she couldn't play because she had fractured her back. She had to wear this like brace that looked like
What
a
a
Kim
grab.
Kardashian waist trainer. But she had to, yeah, but she this season at the very beginning of college season, she was still like easing into it. But at Stanford, she was playing, yeah, and I just remember her mom came up to me and was like, Anna laid out and her back didn't hurt. So,
oh,
really good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, she was that was rough because then she also made Riot too last season, so to miss out on that
Mm.
opportunity, but
well,
she'll be back
can we
next week.
replay that point one more time, or like the highlight of that point?
You want to
Because I
see
wanted to see
PX
Giselle sneak in there one more
yelling?
time. Giselle's definitely another unsung name. Like
So
she,
good.
like for prime example, is she's always reading. She reads the disc so well, and it's always right there and so close to it.
Look at
And then there's PX
PX.
with her pointing.
Still does
Just
it.
yell.
She
She
does.
wasn't
She likes
wrong.
to direct with. And that's Glige. I believe she throws the assist.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember thinking Hazel was going to have to lay out clearly fast enough that she didn't, but
Oh, shout out to Hazel for Rookie of the Year.
yeah.
And Abby, runner up.
Runner up.
Yeah.
And then another one of our teammates on Worlds was the second runner up, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Alyssa. Oh, we are just
This
swinging it. I wish we broke the cup.
That's what we wanted everybody to do with this zone, was to just go back and forth across the field.
I mean, you made it happen.
Yeah, you have like 4 folks back there in the handler. You think?
Oh, that was a great shot.
It was. Yeah, Amy, what? Oh!
Oh.
So the goal of that is just to get folks to swing back and get the teams to
Oh.
swing it back and forth, make a mistake, or
Yeah, basically.
trying to get.
And I think that if they get some to the sideline, then we're forcing back to the middle of the field. Oh, Lauren! Oh my god, I love watching
That
Lauren
was an
play.
exact repeat of the first point. Huck to Drea and then the little dish. So good.
Is that just a drop? No, it's a D.
That was
Just,
a
yeah,
decent Kennedy.
right
Yeah.
into the cup.
PX is so fast. I feel like
Okay,
Drea just
Amy,
needs a
I have a
little bit of
question.
separation if she's there. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like we didn't like drill a lot of like hucking and like our deep game, but
Mm.
did you all like focus a lot on your deep game? Because I feel like it's mostly you who's hucking it, but like,
um,
was that like part of your offense?
I think it was just, I honestly don't remember, but I feel like our team was like, if it's there, take it. And it's like,
Okay.
we were really big on continuation and fast breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people on our team were scared to throw hucks, but there are definitely times where in the right moments they would do it. And you wouldn't think that person was going to throw that. Those over the top killed us.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then having to
Oh.
recover. Ooh. I really thought Bailey was going to call the foul on that, but I guess they're both very like not physical, but like the contact, it doesn't mean much, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
That's really Great. Is that Aria on the mark there? Ooh,
That
Uh,
was such a good D, Stephanie.
that was really Steph had just closed in on me.
God, what great vision to find that throw right there. That's nice.
Bailey Shigley.
Bailey Shigley.
Again, that there was just a moment where Arya just kind of like went into the throwing lane because she recognized that I think you were going to try to ISO somebody, and she popped into there, shut that down early, and then closed in on the mark, and it allowed. It honestly is kind of the thing that led to Stephanie being able to get that D because she shut down the initiation cut just by that awareness. That's a heads up play for. She was a young player at that time too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Aria. She was a sophomore because we were juniors.
Yeah. Do you know where she's going to college?
I think she's narrowed it down to a few, but I think Carleton's definitely on her radar, and I would not be shocked if she ends up at
Right.
Carleton.
Whoa, Sophia
Oh, I was
Palmer
so
just
confused. It
committed to
landed in, but I
UW.
was so confused.
I was like, no, I don't remember. I just remember it going out. I don't even remember hitting in, and so I had tried to walk it to the middle.
Yeah.
It confused us in the booth. I remember that.
I remember
Yeah.
Did
you
you
and me were talking about it too.
did you say Sophia Palmer's going to UW?
Yes,
Yup.
Sophia Palmer just committed to UW.
Oh my
We have a
lord!
good freshman class.
So exciting.
Yeah, look
Oh,
out!
see, Drea to Giselle.
Let's watch. Way
Uh,
to dig that out.
Oh. Amy again with the break side hook. Oh my gosh. We had like a practice where we were doing this drill to like emulate that, and I mean, I didn't do it there, but we did this whole drill where we had to swoop and try to take away the backhand break side hook because of you, Amy.
Oh my god.
So
I
funny.
remember that's one of my favorite things to do while playing is to do the little swoop and then reel in. I think who
Yeah.
might have been Shannon when I played on Narwhal. And it was a drill that we did for a practice. And then just from
Yeah.
then on, I would always do it because it was so like it just became a habit.
Yeah. It's a good habit to have.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's talk about those coaches that you had great coaches on these teams, but who else? Who else? You know, got you into the game? Who'd you learn from?
Abby, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Wow, what just happened? Growing up, Shannon coached me a lot of my life, starting in elementary school. So I would say I give a lot of my like credit of sticking with it to them. And then in middle school, I actually have been coached by Charlie, Idy, and Khalif since 8th grade, which I don't know, which is kind of a crazy thing that I've had them in my life for so long.
Oh, oh,
So
can you just watch
I've kind
this?
of had the same
Because that was
crew.
such
Oh,
This is
a great
awesome.
layout from Bailey. And then her spike.
such.
She's so funny.
Oh, so
Oh, that was
close.
so close.
It went right over my head.
Such a beautiful throw to
Yo,
space.
I
Mhm.
know. That's so nice.
That's just a full on.
I love Steph just getting ready. She's just
Steph
like
is
caught and
hyped.
ready, like and then go like yeah. She's like wait, yes. I just got a tweet from a coach that I know is important to both of you, or not a tweet, a text from TK.
Oh, TK.
Yay. Oh my gosh,
Um,
TK.
what? Tell me something awesome about TK. Like a one time that she did something that you remember, Amy.
Uh, oh, it's not really a coaching thing, but I remember it was 2018 YCC. It was my first year on Bankroll, and we were watching the girls play Buddha, and we on the sideline had a full on dance circle, and we're like, okay, who's next? And TK just jumps in, and there's a
TK.
beautiful picture of everybody hyping her up, and oh my god, I love TK so much. TK, I love you.
That's
Taylor
that's
Kanamori.
literally, I was like, if Jude asks me this, that's the exact memory I would have said.
That's awesome, and a great coach too. But like,
Mhm.
those are the kind of connections that good coaches create, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, Jack Brown says, I think this is the first Dis Northwest live stream I've seen without Mira.
I,
She's
I
watching
have, there's
downstairs.
one where it's Dante and Gabby.
Yes.
Oh, I remember that.
So I've got evidence that that's incorrect.
And if you listen closely, you might hear Mira in the background a little bit, every now and
Yeah.
then.
Don't worry, Jack. If you miss her, just turn it up a little bit.
Oh,
Jack Brown, rookie of the year, right? No, runner up. No,
yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, runner up.
I
And then
can't
he was
remember.
also,
Was it?
he was in like the running for defensive player of the year too, which I feel like is such a big deal, especially being a freshman. Like that's
Mm.
so awesome.
Hi.
Mira made an
Oh,
Hi,
appearance.
Mira.
There
Mira.
you go, Jack. That's funny. I don't. I can't.
Oh my
This
gosh.
chat screen. What is the score?
8-7 Franklin
Okay.
Yeah.
with
Do
27
you?
Just
minutes to
standing
go.
there.
28. I know it
Yeah.
feels
There's
so
like.
slow, like we're moving so slow.
We're not doing anything right now. I'm very excited to see if we break through the cup eventually.
I think this whole time that we were moving side to side, I was hoping Glee would jump that pass because she was so close to it every single time.
Yeah.
If you look just on the other side of the cup, there seems to be space, some green space there, but I don't. Your
Mhm.
cutters aren't using it.
Oh God,
Oh, nice
Whoa.
catch.
is that Ada?
Yeah.
I
So
loved
I've been.
whenever we would play this zone. Me and Kennedy would love to be in the front together because we're both like very like we're always so big in their faces, and so I would never,
Yeah.
not to be but I would never like to play that position if Kennedy wasn't there with me.
Shout out to Kennedy. She's on Syzygy.
I think
Did,
she hasn't been playing, but I can't remember why.
Yeah.
Is it a concussion?
Yeah, I
she had
think
a
so.
really bad concussion last year. I
Mhm.
remember.
Yeah.
Um. So one
I
thing
love how Mika takes all the bodies. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jude.
no, I shared this game. I've been over the quarantine times. I've been sharing.
Oh.
Oof, that was really nice.
Mm.
Um, I've been sharing games for my middle school teams to watch, and this was the very first game that I shared because this game is just spectacular and feedback. It was really funny because I got emails back from a few players, and most of them just they mentioned like how patient and kind of like Roosevelt built toward scores, and then Franklin just was like, boom, score. It's
Yeah.
so funny that they're just two different, distinct styles and capable teams that are capable of playing both ways, but just like kind of bought
Oof,
into it.
yeah.
Oof.
PX just took like 9 steps.
I love how nobody ever calls it.
I know. I remember I like watch this now and I'm like, how did none of us know this? For like years, no one
Her
noticed.
momentum steps are like 6 steps.
I know, she just keeps going.
I think we actually even bring that up in the commentary, but you know,
Really? Yeah, we had no idea. We must have been way too into the game. Had no clue.
does she still do that in college?
No, not anymore. I
Yeah, don't
remember
give
at
away secrets.
Worlds, the Worlds coaches were
Yeah.
like, we need to cut this habit. They were like, you are traveling.
See, I love Kennedy's her swoop when there's
Yeah,
another pass and she takes the around away.
yeah, it's good.
Oof,
That was a nice
that was a
throw
nice.
by Bay.
And I love how quick Drea would recover from like she would be on a wing, but if there's a swing, she would try and jump that pass, but if she doesn't get it, she drops back right
Yeah,
away.
look. Yeah, she just did it, like, as you were explaining
Mhm.
that.
And that's where a lot of our D's came from too. In like in tight
Yeah.
moments, then Drea would have those.
Taylor just texted me, said, "People don't call travels on tiny people. I have this theory." Um,
She said, "I have this theory."
yeah, that's what,
Nice.
and as a not so tall player, she might have some inside knowledge. Looks
Bailey
like
is just like
Khalif is
giving up. See,
watching and commentating.
Bailey's just so quick. She'll throw it and just follow her throw it. Oh, and that's Abby's thing.
Is that Shanti with
Yep.
the
It was your guys'
Shanti.
quick
assist?
movement. Yeah.
Yeah. Shanti has gotten so good. Shanti can throw so well now.
Mhm.
Like, I just remember she was really like intimidated about this game, but I don't know. Like, if right here she seems so calm, but I just remember she was so nervous, and then now watching her play, it's just so awesome to see how much she's like grown and become more confident.
Yeah, she was a big part of that 206 tour team. Really, like, just
Yeah.
Mhm.
took control in the backfield.
I remember hearing her name a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Um, it sounds like Khalif is commenting on the YouTube stream. I'm not sure if you all want to see that or not. Says he's coaching quite a bit still. I wonder what he would do differently now.
I don't know. I just saw him yell at me right there. He said.
Oh,
Oof.
Drea.
That was close.
Oh, thanks, Abby. I got mad.
It's okay. I mean, you break my mark over and over again, so I had to get you back at some point.
Not for you. Bailey with authority.
Oh.
I know Bailey's so serious. Just
So that's a score that I think put Roosevelt up by 2.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, 10-8.
This is
yeah,
where I think this is when definitely for me I was getting in my own head.
yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you
Yeah.
remember that
Yep.
shift
Yep.
in oof.
Mhm. That's why I looked at nobody coming under. I looked at just people going deep. Oh, such a junior Amy.
And Abby, do you remember it all? Like feeling like, okay, this feels more like. Do you remember a shift in momentum or sensing that, or were you still nervous?
I mean, I was still nervous because I mean, like, you never know what can happen. But just like from the first few points to now, I just remember like at halftime, we were like, okay, we're still in this. We're gonna recover. We'll be fine. I mean, clearly we did, but just at the beginning, we were just all so tense, and I'm just glad that we finally got over ourselves and figured it out.
Khalif says every time PX throws a low release flick, everyone needs to do push-ups because it's like her favorite throw.
So true.
That's when Abby stepped on my foot.
Yep, I do remember that happening. Here it is.
I'm so
Nice.
dramatic.
You're like bouncing. It's okay. I bet it actually hurt.
And
Whoa.
straight up. Kennedy.
Oof.
Gonna
Oof,
close
oof,
in.
oof.
Yuck. Drea.
Oh, Drea.
1,
Nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She just took so many steps.
Yeah, I don't see her do it anymore.
Yeah, I can't like think of a time at UW where she has. But I couldn't think of a time here. So
Right. It's like a contest. I don't remember that. It didn't look like.
Yeah, Kennedy called a foul on
and Tori.
I think Tori. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember it taking us so long to get into an end zone. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, let's see. Drea, so good. Boom. That was nice. Let's go, Nika.
Is that Nika?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at her little.
That's a
What is
big
that?
throw.
That was a big
Is that
throw.
9-10 Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about like the spirit of this game? It seems really like kind of business-like. Y'all are just playing frisbee. Do you remember anything?
I it's hard to remember, but I can just remember for myself. I remember getting in my own head. I remember getting frustrated, but not really showing it.
Yeah.
Because I like from freshman year to like this point or senior year, I really tried to work on not showing when I was mad or frustrated. But I feel like the rest of the team was like heads up, just wanted to slowly work things and try and get a lead because we knew that we could.
Yeah.
What about you, Abby?
I feel like the same thing. Like, we're all friends. I feel like a lot of people know that we're all like friends with each other. But I think like especially here, since like it was for state, like we weren't as like buddy as we usually were during games. We were like way more competitive than we usually were. I remember like the spirit circle at the end, little awkward, but it's okay. Whatever. But yeah, I just remember like it not having the same, like it was spirited, but it was a different type of spirit than we like had previously brought. It was more of like a bringing your best and like playing your hardest to show spirit rather than like giving high fives left and right. It was more of that type of spirit.
Oh.
Amy, how did you come down with that? I don't know how
I don't
anyone
know.
came down with that.
I don't know.
We haven't really seen much of their red zone offense because
I just gotta like my memory was refreshed, and before this game, Hazel had made everybody on the team little Gatorade bottles, or like she bought Gatorade and
So Hazel.
attached notes to them, so that like everybody would go into this game with like high spirits and stuff like that. So I think that really helped with everybody going into this game after
So
losing to
nice.
Roosevelt 3 times before this.
Oh my gosh.
I,
Yeah, how did you get that?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
know, and
insane. That was
I
like,
just remember rewatching this. I remember rewatching this and seeing PX hold her head.
also, how is PX playing with her hair down? I always have thought that. Like, I know that's like such a small thing, but I've always noticed that. Like, every time I watch this, I'm like, how is her hair down? Oh,
Nika's
that's
sneaky
nice.
Nika
ass.
really had a game in this. She like
Mhm.
Yeah,
Nika.
Nika played great. And Nika's also pulling the whole time, too.
Yeah. What were you all on U16 YCC together? How many?
I don't
I don't
think I
remember.
didn't play until no, I didn't play until I was eligible for U20.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think yeah, because I was my sophomore year. I was too old for U16, so then I had to try out for U20, which is when I made Narwhals and was coached by Shannon, Amy, Kauai, and I forgot the last person.
Was it Alyssa?
No, started with the H.
Caustic?
I think. No, I can't. I
I don't
cannot
remember.
remember.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I
yeah,
should
that's my
know.
first
Those are.
year playing YCC.
Oh,
Oh, this call.
Yeah, I remember this. I have no idea. Like, even watching it again now, like, I still have no
Oh, here we
idea
go.
if she's in or not.
I just remember Jude saying that
Here.
the tape had moved. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
And I think it was high stall too.
Yeah, it is high stall.
Yeah, and it's back for a high stall. That was
I
such a nice
remember
grab,
right there, I
Abby.
was so mad. I was like, I just had my play of the game, and it was a stall.
That's where you get it right back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, jeez.
Worked out. It worked out.
I don't remember
Oh.
the Franklin zone trapping as much early in the game.
Oh my
You said
Looks like
what?
something
gosh.
you added. You're not. I don't remember you doing as many traps. More like allowing the arounds to happen, and now
Yeah,
you're
I think
really
at this
doing a hard trap.
yeah, I think at this point we were like we need to do whatever we can to get a stop.
Hmm.
Oh, Kennedy's mark.
It's
2
so
minutes
good.
left.
Yeah,
This
it's
is when I was like,
stressful.
oh my god. Yeah, this is at the point where we had me playing person on Steph the entire time.
Really? I didn't even realize y'all were doing that until like right now, until you said that.
And then what? Steph had left downfield, and Anna comes back to handle.
Oh yeah,
So what'd
good
you do? Oh,
recognition from
you're
Steph.
still on Steph. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pushing Steph downfield so that she just can't touch the disc.
That's crazy. Ah.
It looks like Drea was. They were kind of doing a box and two with Drea on you too, Abby.
Yeah. I love the Drea matchup. I love playing Drea. She's so good.
Oh, this is game point, right?
I
I
mean, we still
believe
have
it.
time.
It
Oh my
was a
god,
game to 13.
I remember this. I sat down because I was tired, and Hazel comes running up to me and is like, "You gotta get your up right now. Get up, get up." I'm like, "I'm tired." And I just remember our whole team was like, "Oh my god, Hazel's yelling at Amy."
So
Yeah, 9 seconds left. This is it.
yeah, this is stressful.
I don't know how. These are probably what.
My
I don't know
heart still
how
beats
many.
fast.
Now, yeah, see, it just switched
Oh,
game to
right
11.
here.
Now it's Uni.
That was just a great decent Drea.
Yeah, I'm not
Um,
even sure that the U.S. players recognized that it was game point yet.
mhm.
Yeah, I don't think I had any idea right now.
Yeah, I don't think I was not looking at the scoreboard. But I knew that I
Neither.
just seeing how fast everybody was moving, I knew that this was like it was yeah.
Like, someone must yell at us at some point and tell us.
Mhm.
But I just don't know when.
How
Well, there
long
was
has this
just a
point been going
timeout. Maybe
on?
it came up during then.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a
Oh, I
There
timeout
is a
bet
that
it
they
timeout.
added.
must
Yeah,
have.
definitely. Yeah.
Oh, we are all so tired.
There's
We're
been so many turns.
this was such
Nice.
a just like good
Oh,
sportsmanship call. I was like,
Oh,
dang.
boy.
Anna Gadoo. Nicest of the nice right there.
And then I feel like I've watched this.
Time
Timeout.
out.
This,
Oh yeah, this
oh,
one right here.
this
Yeah,
is
this is when
definitely
we
the
figured
most
out that.
nervous. Oh my gosh. In this timeout, I remember Bailey coming up to me, and Bailey told me, Bailey goes, "You are going to guard the ISO. Whoever it is, you are going to guard them." And I was so nervous. Oh my gosh.
Wow. There's two turns.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a bunch. Yeah, I think there's even some turns before these. Let's see if
Yeah, we're
how
just
out of
going back
bounds
and
she was.
forth. See, I don't even know if she was out of bounds.
did she catch it right when she landed on the line, or did she catch it in the air while in bounds still and then jumped out?
I don't know. Let's see.
I think Luke's gonna give
Kick
us the
first.
replay here.
Okay, here.
Are we able to?
Yeah.
She might jump out. Yeah, I think she jumps out.
Yeah.
And that's so hard because you need her to, as a player, she needs to focus on catching it. Like if she drops it, it
Mhm.
doesn't matter. But it's so hard to keep both of those things in your head.
Yeah,
I wonder
it's,
what Khalif is
yeah.
yelling.
Okay, right now, I'm pretty sure Khalif is telling me that that's exactly where Drea's going. Drea's gonna go right up there, and he's saying, "Do not get beat." And right now, I am so nervous. You can't really tell. Well, no, you can't tell because you can't see my face. But I am so nervous because Drea is so fast. We've seen her beat every single person deep this entire game. I just remember sitting here. I'm like, I need to give this 100%. I cannot let Drea score right now because that's game over. And then I know I would feel like that's on me. So here, let's. Oh my god, I'm like actually nervous watching this.
I was like, oh my
Oh.
god!
Oh my
My
gosh.
heart literally dropped. Cause like at this point, for
I don't
me,
even
I'm the
touch
type of
it.
person that it's over. For me, I'm the type of person to think like it's over. It's literally over.
I was so hyped right then. I was like, let's go.
Oh yeah, you're
Like
just
you are,
See,
demanding
that
the
gave me
you're
the
ball.
burst of
everywhere.
energy I
Yes.
needed. Here,
Like
let's
hear
see.
me still on Stephanie.
Nice catch, Anna. Oh, Kendall kept it in that time, see?
I'm so in my head right here. I'm like, no, oh my god. But
I'm
then
nervous watching. So
right here, I had sagged. I'm supposed to be playing person on Steph, but I had sagged off of Steph and just let Nika take over basically right there.
oh no.
If if Steph had scored that, I would have been so mad at myself.
That was so tricky. Oh my gosh.
I think that the hard part about that is like that's a throw and a catch that both of them have made 100 times, right, to each other. Oh my god!
That's
I
game.
remember Jude saying, "I think I know what Amy wants," and I was like, "Jude, you're completely right."
We Amy, are you about to break the mark again?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
Nika
gonna
broke
do
it
the
first.
backhand.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's so nice now being on the receiving end of that throw, but gosh. In high school that was tough.
successful season
That's
for
it.
What? Okay, so I don't know. I know you've watched the film of this, like not the edited version, right,
Yeah,
Abby? So
yeah.
what did you think on that last catch?
Okay, I remember, like, when I've rewatched it, what did I think?
Mhm. Or in
I
that
remember,
moment
like,
too.
okay, in real life, oh, look at me, carrying the high five line. Nice. I remember, in the moment, I was like, okay, that's tough. I have another year. It'll be fine. But I remember like rewatching this, like once it like finally hit me, I was like, oh my gosh, we lost. That sucked. I remember I like watched it. I'm like, was she in? Like all of this stuff. But I mean, she would have just caught it and thrown that dish, and then it would have been a goal anyways.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
just, Drea's great.
Definitely second game of my life. But it was one of the most interesting, like, oh my god, most intense games I've ever played in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I've definitely watched that game a couple times myself, and like I found myself just sitting here watching it and like biting my shirt, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? I knew it was gonna happen. I was still
Yeah.
getting nervous, and I didn't even play in the game. So yeah, um, I wanna thank both of you for being here. We can probably take a couple questions if anybody wants to hit us up on Twitter. You can see their Twitter handles under their names. Um, or in the chat on the YouTube page. One thing I'd love to hear from our community. I want to do a couple more of these. I want to celebrate the amazing girls' high school scene that we have in Seattle. This is one of the best games, but there's a bunch of other classics. And I'd love to hear like, give me another idea. What game should we do next? Um, what do you think? Y'all have been involved in some other great games.
I
Amy,
really
what do you
love
think?
the I really love 2019 semifinals from against Franklin against Northwest.
Yeah.
That's one of my
All right,
that's personally one of my favorite games.
sweet.
I don't know. I feel like out of the games that like Fulcrum has filmed last year, our semi against Cleveland, super good. Gabby Puyoyo, another great player who made worlds this year. She plays so well that game, and I don't know. That's a good game. I think it's fun. So
Yeah, that is a great game. That would be a fun one to do. Um, yeah, I'll look around. I'll see what else we can. I'll see what we can do. Um, from Lily. Lily DeJoya asked, "What was your favorite part of the game, Abby?"
was my favorite part of the game.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite part of the game was definitely my layout D on Drea on Uni. I know I didn't touch it, but I remember just being super proud. I was like, my job is not to let Drea catch this goal. And it was just really exciting that like I achieved that. So I remember I was pretty hyped about that. That was my highlight.
How about you, Amy? What was your personal highlight?
Oh, I think that D that I got over. Oh wait, actually no, definitely the last point, that throw. That throw was my highlight.
Sweet. Mira, you want to join?
Hi,
Here's
Mira.
Mira.
Hey
Oh.
Mira, sorry we took your
Hi.
job.
It's okay. I'm tired of it.
Do you remember that game?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
What
I
game do you think?
remember. Oh, go ahead, Juice.
No, it's all you.
Oh, I remember Mira sneak dissing Roosevelt and really rooting for Franklin.
I remember that too. Yep.
I tried. I swear I tried. I couldn't. It's hard.
No, it's so funny. There's one point where Mira, Jude, you say something about how Mira like loves the team culture of Franklin, and Mira just starts going. She's like, "Oh, I love every person on that team," and blah 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 blah. And just keeps going.
I don't remember who it was against, but that game where Franklin came back like 8 points. Wait,
2017.
2017.
That's one of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was a really good game.
That might be the one to
That was
rewatch.
like, you can bring back Michelle Yee, Teresa, Ross. Oh my God, have Ross commentate.
Yeah. That would be sweet.
You all were so good.
That one of my favorite memories actually was coming back from YCC and being stuck at an airport and playing cards with Ross and just for like, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning and we were just sitting on an airport floor like with a bunch of people just playing cards and they were just cracking me up. Roxanne. Yeah, and they were so stoked about seeing a corgi in like would not stop talking about seeing a airport. That was
so
great.
Funny.
Awesome. All right. Oh, here's another one. Andrew Takahashi, Abby and Amy. Why should Mira play for UW Element?
Why not?
Go Dogs.
What do you love about Element?
I can go first.
I really like. Oh yeah, Abby, go first.
I thought you said Abby. Okay, I'll go. I think honestly, like coming into it, like I feel like I knew a lot of people, but also there were a lot of people who I didn't know, and like especially coming from the Seattle community, Mira, you'll already like know a lot of people, which is really cool. Yeah. And then also it's like it's a good mix of being competitive and then also like building friendships. I think they do a really good job of having like a really comfortable community where like you can both, play your hardest but also like have fun the whole time.
Yeah.
For me, I think coming to UW, it was like I knew I was gonna have a hard time finding my place, especially because I didn't know if I wanted to play frisbee. But like the team reached out to me and asked and wanted me to come to to the practices and the Sunday practices. And then just seeing that, I like when people reach out to me and I can see like the love, and then joining the team, like just creating bonds with everybody and getting to know everybody on the team and the culture of the team, and the coaches are amazing, and I definitely don't regret it at all.
I'm surprised that you thought about not playing Ultimate.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm glad you're still playing. Anna Nazaroff and Serge both say good job, y'all. That's high praise.
Yes, so cool. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Serge, I know, had a huge influence on Youth Ultimate in Seattle. Early, like helped found Seven Hills. Did either of you have Serge as a coach?
Mm-hmm. We both did.
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Yeah. Any last thoughts? Amy,
go
anybody
follow
want to shout
Seattle Mixtape.
Sorry.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah.
Sweet. Look out for Element at College Nationals 2021. Ugh. Actually, let's take a second. Let's talk about the feeling of the season. Like your team, your college team, really like. I could see the intention and the amount of growth that happened as the season progressed, and you were building towards something, and that something has been taken away, and I'm really sorry about that. how are you dealing with that? How are you feeling about that? We'll start with Abby.
I'm pretty upset, you could say, but also like I don't know. I have to like put into consideration like I do have 3 more years. Like I do have 3 more years where I can go and play and like UW can do well. Um it's just kind of tricky, especially this season. Like if you're just thinking about like this season as like a timeline, we had this our coaches had this whole plan where we were just building up to get better and better and better. And so it just kind of like it sucks that we didn't get to like play at our peak the whole season because we were planning to peak and like play our tightest lines and play our best offense and all of that. We're playing to the nationals. And so it kind of sucks that we got cut halfway through at Stanford. But I don't know. I don't know about Amy, but I mean, like, I'll be okay. We have a few more years to play together, so it'll be fine. What about you, Amy?
Uh, I guess so. Like, I'm just like, I still haven't really processed it. Like, I definitely wanted my first year of college ultimate to be one of my best experiences, and I feel like I can say that just from Santa Barbara invite to our last tournament together, I built so many great
Yeah.
bonds with people and stuff like that. And so I don't regret it, and I don't. I feel like just knowing that I'm not too mad, and like Abby said, we do have another 3 years together, and with everyone else on the team. But I'm definitely gonna miss like the seniors who won't be playing next year, who aren't eligible,
Yeah.
or yeah, and stuff like that. It's gonna be really sad, but it'll be fun in the end.
Looks like we have another Leroy Lots has sent in a question. Who motivated you both to be so freaking good? Who's your motivator?
Thank
That's
Amy? Let's start with
you.
you.
um,
so nice.
God, uh, I don't know. I feel like I had a lot, but throughout high school, I looked up to Tiffany Fan a lot, even though she didn't know that until like my senior year when she coached me. But from my freshman
Mhm.
year, I would watch her play, and I watched like when she was nominated for Callahan. Like I watched those, and then when senior year when she coached me, I was like I'm gonna do good for Tiffany. I don't think she knows this, but now you know.
Secret's out. How about you, Abby?
um, honestly, I feel like I've just been like inspired by like the people I've been playing with my whole life. I feel like especially like during Seven Hills, I feel like that's where I did a lot of my growth, and I think a lot of it was like I want to be so good because I want to be able to help out all of the people around me, and I want to be able to someday become a role model for people, seeing as I've had so many great like Naraya is like who comes to mind when I think of players that I've had the chance to play with who have just given me so much joy, like not only as like being a teammate, but also like watching Naraya play now. I just like watching her. I'm like, I'm so lucky that I got to learn from her. So I think it's just like trying to be what Naraya was for me.
Yeah. And I think that's a thing that makes our youth community so special is the way that people give back. Both of you have coached, middle school teams. Um, and there's you already are those, just so you know, you both are already that person that motivates a younger player. And that's really especially important for the young female identifying players to know that there are people that believe in them and inspire them and that they can look up to. So thank you for doing that kind of work. And even when you don't know you're doing it, you're both awesome parts of our community. You enrich it. So thanks. Stay safe. Um, Last chance for any shout
Stay
outs. Any
home.
brothers you need to shout out?
Otis and Jalil wanted a shout out, so shout out to you guys.
There you
It's so funny.
go. Otis.
Yeah. Just Cam Bailey.
He does not need that. Yeah,
Cam Bailey
Otis,
said
I'm
follow
sorry. My
Seattle
heart.
mixtape.
Shout out. I do want to give a shout out to Otis. My heart breaks for him not being able to play at Worlds. everybody in the Seattle
Yeah.
community that earned a spot. All right. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. Have a great night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.